Welcome to day 4 of the journey inward. Today we're going to be focusing on finding your creative center. So working with that sacral chakra, our energetic creativity, our emotions, our inspiration. And so what we'll do is we are going to have a little dance party. So you can pick your favorite song to dance to. I'll be playing a track on this recording if you want to dance along to that one. It's going to be Nako and Medicine for the People, one of their new singles, Garden, which is kind of my new jam lately to get up and move my body and just go kind of free and wild too. So whatever that song is for you, go ahead and find that now. You can just pause this recording and come back to it after. But you're just going to let your body be filled with joy, with bliss, and just organically move and shake and wiggle and jump up and down, whatever feels good in your body, just letting that all flow. And then we'll come back together and do some journaling at the end of this. So placing your pen, journal aside for now, and go shake your body. All right, welcome back. So go ahead and grab your journal and your pen. And the first thing I want you to write down is how you're feeling right now. Just a couple of sentences or a couple of words to describe how you're feeling in this moment. And then the next thing I want you to write down is what brings you joy. What are the things in your life that are expressive, that are creative? Is it dancing? Is it singing? Is it writing poems or songs or music? Is it painting or arts or crafts? So something in your life that you already have or do that is your creative outlet. And then the next thing I want you to write down is how often do you take time to do this activity or these activities? Is it every day? Is it on the weekends? Is it only, here and there when you find the time? And then the next thing I want you to write down is what are some creative things that you've always wanted to try that you either haven't for whatever reason. Maybe you thought that you'd be no good at it or didn't have the time to do it. Just the reason isn't really the focus. It's more, what are you curious to explore? What helps you get into that flow state? That energetic creative center. We are all creative beings. We just have to tap into it. And then the next thing you'll write down is how often you would like to engage in these creative, expressive arts. In a perfect world, on your perfect daily routine or, what have you, how often, if it were up to you, without any other limiting factors or barriers, how often would you indulge in these things? And then the last thing you'll write is a mantra or an intention. This is something that comes from the heart, comes from the spirit of what you want to embody. So a lot of really powerful ones that I've used are I am statements. I am enough. I am creative. I am expressive. I am whole. Whatever it is for you, you'll just create or write down. It doesn't have to be an I am statement. It can be anything. But it's usually a positive affirmation. and write that down in regards to this creative, expressive energy. Some kind of intention. Maybe it's that you want to make more time for this in your day-to-day. Maybe it's around worthiness and you want to work on, for me, at least, I love being creative. I don't necessarily have these awesome talents where I'm really good at playing the piano or, I'm good at dancing, but that's not the point. And I've come to realize that that's not the point. I don't need to necessarily produce something that someone else deems worthy. It's the expressive act of it is really what moves through me. So when I paint or when I write poetry or when I play music, it's for me, right? It's always for yourself. And it's not being attached to the outcome or thinking that I've created this thing and there's attachment there. It's more, how do you feel in that flow state? How do you feel when you're getting into those creative juices? That's the now, that's the I am, that's the stuff. If it ends up being this really awesome thing that you end up with, then that's great. That's an awesome secondary benefit, but not letting that stop you or become a self-limiting barrier to participating in creative movement, creative flow, right? Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what you sound like. It's how you feel and the energy that's moving through you. So thank you so much for joining me today for day 4, and stay tuned for day 5 tomorrow. Sending you light and love in all directions of time.